Heads up, everybody. There's a lot that's happening right now with Social Security. And if you happen to rely on these checks, you cannot afford to miss this update. Now, today is Saturday, April the 26th. Hope you guys are doing very well today. Just drop a quick happy Saturday in the comments, guys. I'm talking about double payments hitting in May. We've got some critical changes that you have not been told about. And yes, a real possibility of disruptions to your benefits in the next few weeks if things do not get under control. But here's the thing. There's a lot of headlines out there that are misleading. And if you don't know exactly what's going on, unfortunately, you could be left confused or worse, caught off guard when your check shows up differently than you expected. So my goal today in today's video, I'm going to go ahead and lay it all down, lay it all out for you guys very clearly. The full May 2025 payment schedule, when you're actually going to see your money hit your bank accounts, and why some people are getting two payments this month and why this is not a bonus. I want to repeat, guys, this is not a bonus check because a very serious warning has been released from a former top Social Security official about possible delays that are coming soon. I don't want anyone getting caught off guard. If you guys appreciate the updates, please take a second, hit the like button for the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you know someone who could benefit from these updates and this information, definitely share this video. But guys, unfortunately, this is actually just the start. Later on, I'm actually going to break down new legislation that could completely change the way your Social Security is taxed, putting thousands of dollars back in your pocket if it passes. So very good news there. But stick with me, guys, because these next few months could change everything for retirees, for veterans, for disabled Americans, and pretty much anyone depending on a fixed income, Social Security, SSI, you name it. Are you guys ready? All right. Real quick, hope you guys are able to hear me. Let me know where you're watching from. Where are you tuning in from? And are you watching me on TV or are you watching me from your phone? I'm really curious. Just type in TV or phone in the comments. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and dive in real quick. I want to be respectful of your time. Let's dive into what's happening and what you need to do in order to stay ahead of things. Okay. So first, let's look at May. All right. So if you're wondering when your Social Security check is going to land, here's how this breaks down. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th of the month, your payment will arrive on Wednesday, May the 8th. Now, if your birthday falls between the 11th and the 20th, you should expect your payment on Wednesday, May 15th. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, your money is scheduled for Wednesday, May 22nd. What day of the month is your birthday? Let me know, guys. Now, listen up. If you started receiving Social Security before May of 1997, or if you happen to get both Social Security and SSI, you're the minority, but you're actually going to get paid earlier on May 3rd. I wonder how many of you guys might actually fall into this category. So make sure that you're watching your direct deposit dates very carefully, especially if you're budgeting closely week to week. And do not respond to the scammers in the comments, guys. There's a lot of scammers in the comments. Please watch out for one another in our community here. If you see any scammers, call them out. All right. And as you call them out, I'm going to block them from the channel. I've been seeing your comments and I appreciate you guys messaging me when you see them. I'm doing my best, but they just keep coming back. I don't know why they keep coming back. They're so annoying. They're like, you ever go to a barbecue and there's like these little flies around? That's what these scammers are like. They're freaking annoying. You're swatting at them and they just keep coming back. Anyway, so I just want to thank you guys so much for your help. But what about those headlines that you've been seeing, that are screaming about two payments coming in May? Is this real or is this just some, hype? Is this some clickbait? Well, I want to talk to you guys about that because you might have already seen it, articles, maybe some YouTube videos talking about it, thumbnails, where everyone's pretty much shouting about these double SSI checks hitting next month or hitting this month rather, with some people thinking that they're getting a bonus check. But I just want to kind of clear the air, guys. You're not getting an extra bonus payment. Instead, this June SSI check from Social Security is just arriving a little bit early. It's going to be on a Friday. May 31st, because the June 1st falls on a Sunday, and the way Social Security works, they never send payments on the weekends. So yes, technically you will see 2 SSI payments hit in May, but no, unfortunately, the government, the SSA, the Social Security Administration, they're not sending out any free money, not yet anyway. Yes. So you're just getting your June check early, and then in June you won't see another deposit. So make sure you budget accordingly. Don't just run out there to Costco or Sam's Club or Walmart and blow that whole check. That would not be a good look. Okay, guys. Also, if you're seeing those double payment headlines out there, don't fall for it. Don't let your friends or family fall for it either. I'm giving you guys a real timeline straight from the Social Security Administration's website itself. All right. Now, coming up, what's even more concerning than these calendar shifts? Well, there's a warning that your checks might not even arrive at all. Now, let's get into the serious risk here, guys. You need to know about what's going to happen next, okay? Now, here's where things get serious. Former Social Security Commissioner Martin Ali, who happened to have run the SSA during the Biden years, they're warning that benefit payments could possibly be disrupted within the next 30 to 90 days. Comment down below if you think that this is good news or bad news. Well, that's right, guys. Your Social Security check might actually show up exactly when you expect it, or it might not. Well, unfortunately, because of these aggressive cuts that are being pushed by the Department of Government Efficiency, also known as Doge for short, unofficially led by Elon Musk, over 7,000, it's about 7,000 SSA employees, they've already been laid off as a part of the government overhaul. Now, the good news about that is the goal is, Elon Musk and President Trump, they want to save money so that they can save Social Security, so that they can continue to provide 100% of the benefits for as long as possible. So it makes sense why they made these cuts. It made sense why Doge made the layoffs, or at least suggested the layoffs for these Social Security SSA employees, because it's to help benefit all Social Security recipients. Also, the entire regional offices, some of them are shutting down. Some recipients are even being mistakenly declared dead. Do we have any dead people watching our video right now? Has anybody been marked dead and maybe is scheduled not to get a future check? Just a joke, guys. Anyway, so Martin Ali believes the system is under extreme pressure, and if things keep going the way that they're going right now, millions of Americans could potentially face interruptions in payments that they depend on to survive. So what's the timeline, right? Well, it's not someday, actually. He's warning that it could happen anytime between today and July. But it's not all bad news, thankfully, because while the system is being pushed to limit, there are actually some positive changes that have already started rolling out this year that could actually help you. So let's go ahead and talk about those right now. And here's what nobody tells you when you turn 65. Medicare isn't simple, and picking the wrong plan could cost you big time. That's why I tell everyone that I know about Chapter. I mean, number one, they were founded by 2 people who watched their own parents get stuck with bad Medicare advice. I mean, like, how crappy is that, right? Now, what they do is they make sure that you get it right the first time by checking every plan available, not just a couple of them. And if you look at Julie from Kansas, she's already saved $400 a year. Jamie in Texas, she got back $600. Guys, this is free. Even if they're not handing out Doge dividend stimulus checks tomorrow, if you can save some money or maybe get some money back, isn't that a good deal? And the other thing I like about this is it's totally free. It's personal. It's smarter. It's a great use of time. And those people are super duper nice over there. Anyway, give Chapter a call. Their phone number is 909-563-8279. That is 909-563-8279. I'll do my best to remember to leave a pop up on the screen so you can see the phone number. But if not, definitely check down below in the description of this video or the pinned comment. I'll leave all the information so you can reach out to Chapter. Also, I'll put a link down there so you can hit them up on their website if you prefer that, at askchapter.org/Ron. And guys, get the help that you deserve, or even if you have an aging parent, get the help that they deserve because they may not know about it. So even while the risk of disruption is looming, we got some big changes that have already been taking effect this year. And if you don't already know about them, well, unfortunately, you could be missing out. But here's what is new for 2025 so far. You got the COLA increase, right? Social Security checks, they went up by 2.5% starting in January. Not huge, but not enough to completely keep up with inflation, if you understand what I'm saying. But still better than nothing for millions who are trying to stretch their budgets. You've also got the taxable earning cap. This is the amount of income that is subject to Social Security taxes. This has gone up, meaning higher earners are contributing more into the system, which is actually a good thing. The full retirement age is under review right now. There's quite a heavy push happening right now to possibly raise the full retirement age again, meaning you might have to wait even longer to start collecting the full benefits if changes are approved. What do you guys think about that one? Are you okay with the Social Security Administration raising the full retirement age? Just drop a quick yes or no down below on that one. I want to know where my audience stands on this, guys. But yeah, so these updates, they mainly impact retirees, disabled Americans, and veterans. So it's critical to stay informed and make sure that you're calculating your future benefits correctly, guys. Coming up, you could finally stop paying taxes on your Social Security, or at least they're saying that this is a possibility. I'm going to break down the details on this one. Do you think that you're getting overtaxed? Do you feel like you're getting double taxed? Because then we get taxed from our 9-to-5 W-2 income, Social Security tax, and then they're going to tax the benefit that they already taxed to fund it. Does anybody else feel like they're getting double taxed? Anyway, Trump's big, beautiful bill is aiming to eliminate double taxation once and for all, and it could very well put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. So we're definitely going to talk about that one next. So let's talk about something that's got a lot of people, millions of retirees, as a matter of fact, fired up. And honestly, I think it's for good reason. You know, if you're receiving Social Security, you've already paid into the system for your whole working life. So why in the world would you end up getting taxed again when you finally collect your benefits, right? Like, does that make any sense? Like, that just sounds dumb. And it sounds like they're cheating and they're double dipping. Well, President Trump, he's now pushing to end that double taxation once and for all. And if you're in support of this, drop a quick 47 down below. Because in his so-called big, beautiful bill, guys, there's a major proposal to eliminate the federal taxes on Social Security income, especially for middle-class retirees. Right now, depending on your income, up to 85% of your benefits could be taxed again. This is beyond unfair. Well, President Trump's proposal would erase that, meaning more money stays in your pocket where it belongs. Can we afford to just give more money to the government, especially when you're on fixed income? Like, come on. Like that's like kicking a man when he's down, right? And so let's be real. With the cost of living skyrocketing, every dollar counts. And so, but this particular fight over your Social Security taxes, it's just one part of a much bigger war that's being waged behind the scenes. And who's leading the charge? None other than Elon Musk. So let's talk about what's really happening right now with Doge and why it could crash the entire system. And it could crash the whole system. All right. So you probably already heard, you guys have heard the name Doge floating around, right? Not the cryptocurrency, but the government agency. So Elon Musk, yes, the Tesla and SpaceX billionaire is unofficially, he's leading the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, right? Well, their mission is to eliminate waste, fire any kind of unnecessary federal workers, just like milking the system, collecting a free check for doing nothing, and to root out fraud in agencies like the Social Security Administration, right? Well, sounds good on paper, but of course there is a catch. Now, over 7,000 SSA employees have already been cut. They've been furloughed, not really furloughed, but actually I think they've been laid off or fired. And some insiders are warning that the system could collapse under pressure. Now, that's what the insiders are saying. I think that Elon Musk and Doge, they're smart enough to fire only the unneeded workers rather than firing the critical staff. So I really don't know, or I really don't believe that they're going to collapse under pressure personally, but we'll see. But what we do know is that regional offices are in fact closing. Customer service wait times are exploding, and yes, benefit payments could also be at risk, just like Martin Ali warned. But Elon Musk's plan is pretty aggressive, and it's shaking everything up. Now, I understand, you need to be aggressive when the Social Security Administration is threatening that after 2034, they wouldn't be able to afford to pay the full 100% of the benefit. So you got to do something, right? Well, some people are saying that Doge's work is badly needed, but other people are saying it's reckless and dangerous. So where do you stand, guys? Do you think Doge is reckless, or do you think that they're helpful? I do want to hear from you guys. Now, the bottom line is this, guys. There are some massive disruptions that could be coming, and they could hit faster than anyone expected. But hang on, guys, before you panic. I don't want anyone getting any kind of anxiety here. There's also this big push that's underway to put more money back into your hands through something called the Social Security Expansion Act. The question a lot of people are asking is, could we actually be getting an extra $200 per month? Well, we need to talk about that. So before you panic about the potential disruptions, let's talk about some very, very good news that's being floated right now. And if you're just now joining the live, please go ahead and hit the like button for me. It really does help out, helps to let the YouTube algorithm know that this is a valuable video that other people need to see. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel as well. Senator Bernie Sanders has reintroduced the Social Security Expansion Act, and if it passes, it would mean an extra $200 per month for millions of Social Security recipients. Now, this would apply to retirees, disabled individuals, and veterans, anyone relying on fixed Social Security income benefits. The goal? Well, the goal is to help seniors and vulnerable Americans keep up with the rising costs, especially as inflation continues to hammer everyday budgets. Now, here's the catch, guys. It's been reintroduced, but it has not passed yet, which means we have to stay loud if we want Congress to move on this thing. Let me know if you guys support this. Do you support the extra $200 per month push that Bernie Sanders is trying to reinitiate? Let me know, because we can leverage each other to make our voices be that much louder, if that makes sense. I can go into further details in a future video, but I want to see where you guys stand on this. But even beyond the whole Expansion Act, guys, there's some people who have already been seeing some big changes and even surprise back payments. So were you one of them? So let's go ahead and break down this whole Social Security Fairness Act and what it means next. All right. So what about the Social Security Fairness Act that you've been hearing about, right? Well, this one's already gone into effect, actually, a couple months ago. And it's already helped out like 3 million Americans who were previously shortchanged on their Social Security payments. These individuals, they got increased checks. That was very good news. So these individuals, they got their increased checks and in a lot of cases, retroactive back payments to make up for what they should have been receiving all along. But here's the frustrating part. Out of the, over 70 million Social Security recipients, only a small fraction got help under the Fairness Act. Most people, including maybe you, didn't see a change to their monthly benefits yet. Now, if that's you, let me know. So while progress is happening very slowly, it's happening. It's just very slow. And, millions are still waiting for broader reforms to finally catch up to the cost of living. And speaking of waiting, that's what Social Security is like known for. I don't know if that was their game plan out the gate. Just hurry up and wait, right? Speaking of waiting, former officials are warning that the entire Social Security system could be teetering on the edge of collapse. So is this hype or is this the beginning of something even bigger? Well, we need to talk about that. Could this, speaking of waiting, could this Social Security system itself be standing on the edge of a cliff, ready for collapse? Well, this is exactly what former SSA Commissioner Martin Ali is warning us about. He says that with everything that's going on, the massive layoffs inside the SSA, the Doge cuts hitting regional offices, the increasing tech glitches where beneficiaries are mistakenly marked as dead. He's saying he believes a catastrophic failure could happen within the next 30 to 90 days from now. Think about that. Right? I mean, we're talking about disruptions to benefits for over 70 million Americans who depend on that Social Security check just to survive. And Martin Ali, a town hall, Martin Ali, he spoke at a town hall earlier this month, and he said he truly believes that we're going to see the system collapse and an interruption of benefits very soon. He hopes he's wrong, but he's afraid he's not. What do you think, guys? Do you believe Martin Ali, or is he just fear-mongering? So my question for you is, if the system did collapse, if there was an interruption in payments, do you have an emergency fund in place? And if so, how long will your emergency fund cover you? A week, 6 months, a year, 10 years? Are you good? Let me know, guys. So this isn't just about missed checks. This would send shockwaves through the entire economy. And so this is why staying updated right now is absolutely critical, guys. But there's also something brand new in the works that could actually put money back in your hands if you're eligible. And this brings us to the proposed Doge dividend refund checks, right? All right, so let's go ahead and shift gears just for a second, because there's this bold proposal tied to all the government savings that Doge is trying to uncover. It is called the Doge dividend refund. The idea behind this thing is 20% of the fraud and waste that Doge audits, recovers, it would be redistributed back to the American people. I think this is a phenomenal idea, and I've never seen anything like this. And the best part, Social Security recipients would be first in line to get that payout, because you've already paid into the system your whole life, and you've got folks like James Fishback who understands that and is promoting that. So I'm a big fan of that. But think about it like this. Instead of the government keeping all the savings from cutting fraud, you could actually get a piece of it mailed back to you in the form of a stimulus style check. Maybe they do a direct deposit of the stimulus Doge dividend refund check or whatever. Whether it's a paper check or direct deposit, does it really matter? Just give me my money back, right? But now the proposal is still being worked and tweaked and added into the big, beautiful bill that we talked about a little bit earlier. But if it passes, it could mean real cash back in your hands in the coming months. So sounds really good, right? But how likely is it to really be able to pass, right? And could it really happen without Democrats blocking this thing? Well, we need to talk about the political process that could fast track everything. So what are the odds that this actually passes, right? Well, here's a critical thing you need to know. Because of the reconciliation process, Republicans can pass the big, beautiful bill with a simple majority. No Democrat votes even needed for this, right? Now, I think that this is huge. Normally, major legislation needs 60 votes to overcome a Senate filibuster. But with reconciliation, only 51 votes are needed. And right now, Republicans control the House, and with just a little unity, they could push Trump's full agenda through the Senate too. That means eliminating double taxation on Social Security, potentially issuing Doge dividend refund checks, and locking in more protections for retirees, for disabled Americans, and veterans, all without needing a single Democrat to sign off. So if you're hoping for lower taxes and maybe even an extra check this year, hey guys, pay very close attention to what unfolds in the next few weeks. And of course, I'm gonna keep you guys informed. And speaking of being informed, if you're feeling overwhelmed with all the misleading headlines and the half truths that are out there, don't worry, guys. I'm going to show you how to get the real updates that you can trust. Okay. Now, one of the biggest problems is misinformation. Half the articles, half the headlines out here, they're either misleading or they're not telling the full story. And this is why I am dedicated and committed to breaking everything down clearly for you, providing the official SSA calendars and sources, and giving you guys the updates directly. None of the BS, no confusion, every official calendar, payment date, and new legislative move. I'm going to bring it to you guys. And so if you've ever seen these super clickbait headlines like, 2 bonus checks coming or Social Security shutdown imminent, just remember there's a lot more to the story. And I want you guys to hear the full entirety of it, like the real details. So remember that if you stay calm and clear and prepared, this is how we get to the other side without getting caught up in all the chaos, right? It's enough craziness going on out there, right? So just to recap, right? May 2025 is going to bring a big, massive calendar shift with 2 payments, no bonus checks. There's some big changes like the COLA increases, the potential tax cuts, and maybe even some refund checks are all in the works. And yes, there are real risks in the horizon, but also some real opportunities could possibly come out to make you stronger in the future. But of course, we have to stay informed. So if you guys found this video update helpful, definitely take a second, hit the like button for the video. Definitely helps to get this information out to more people who desperately need to hear it right now. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to be tracking every new move in Washington, and I'm going to make sure that you hear it here first. So let's get a quick pulse, guys. Before you go, drop a yes in the comments if you want to see more. If you want to see the Doge dividend checks happen, give me a yes in the comments if you want to see the Doge dividend check happen, right? Drop a no if you think Congress should, instead of sending out the checks, pay off the national debt with that money. Let me know where you stand on that. But, one way or the other, your voice does matter to me. So I want to hear your opinion, what they should do with that money. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for hitting the like button and subscribing. We'll see you next time.